YouTubes. Hey guys. So on the last video, I didn't really go into detail as far as, well, of how to load a strop and kind of what a strop is. But all a strop is a piece of leather. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. It can be a scrap, an old belt, anything. But on rawhide, typically you'll have a smooth side, but you'll also have a rough side. And the rough side, from what I've been told, and I've had some success with it, is the side that you want to load, the rough side. So you take a bar of honing compound or jeweler's rouge, whatever you want to call it, and you can get these things off of Amazon for like $5. But the way you load the strop is you take this bar and you just rub it on the surface until the whole thing is totally green. And you do actually want to get all the way, like on this one, you want to get all the way out to the edges. And the reason for that is when you're stropping your edge, when you get it to this point, you're going to be moving it like this right here. Well, by doing that, there is an abrasive in these bars, and it's like a 30,000 superfine grit, but it's still removing metal. So with that being said, when you're honing your edge, because it's removing metal, it's going to create a burr on the backside. So there's going to be metal that's microscopically curled over like this that you're going to have to move to get a super, super sharp edge. So if you've got the compound all the way to the edge, the side that the burr is, you're going to want to just press down and pull it like that right there, and that'll remove that burr that you've created by taking all these passes like this. So and also, one thing I wanted to add is this green surface eventually will, and it kind of is doing it here, will sort of turn kind of a gray charcoal color. And that's just metal particles that have come off your blades on here. And when it starts getting dark like this, and this is probably too soon to do it, you would just take your stropping compound and you would just rub it and just get it all green again and give it some fresh abrasive on there so that when you bring your next blade on there, you know, it's got all that good stuff in there. Also, if you're not a woodworker, there's a lot of applications to these things. I take my pocket knife whenever I'm doing this on my blades. I'll whip out the pocket knife and just kind of rake it across like this right here and keep this thing super, super sharp. We do the same thing with our kitchen knives. Whenever they starting to feel dull, we'll bring them out here and use our strop for that too. But you've probably seen these. This is like a super old strop. Old school barbers, I think, still will do this sometimes, but I'm sure you've seen on television, they'll take those old straight razors and kind of real fast run it across the leather strop. It's the exact same concept as this right here. I don't know if they used, you know, the jeweler's rouge back in those days, but yeah, this is the last step of your sharpening process after you get your edge all sharp from your blades or whetstones or whatever. But you don't always have to go after you've been woodworking, you don't, or cutting something, you don't always have to go to the diamond stones. You can just whip this guy out right here and just keep those edges super sharp with this super fine abrasive. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the strap. Thanks.